James Joyce had an abiding love of music. Even if you step aside from the inherent musicality of the poetic language throughout Ulysses, you will see reference after reference after reference to different musical songs and forms within the novel. The beginning of the Sirens chapter basically is an orchestral warm-up before we get on to him conducting the affairs of Bronze by Gold within the hotel. When you consider how many references there are, one source I looked at claimed there were approximately 353 known songs referenced within the book. 353 is probably on the low side because he was that actively engaged with music. A friend of mine who was doing a PhD at the time, she had said that she had located 1,500 references within the book to pieces of music. Obviously, some of these are repeated. There's a few that show up repeatedly, for example. Love's Old Sweet Song is kind of seen as the anthem for the novel in so many ways. The song, The Bloom is on the Rye, kind of fits Joyce very, very much. The joke of using the word bloom in the song as well is a major part of it. You can also look at a song like Seaside Girls, which is a deliciously naughty little ditty that shows up quite repeatedly, particularly in the early chapters of the novel. La Ci Darem la Mano, the operatic piece, is one of many operatic pieces throughout, and it also has significance as we put our hands together, referring to Molly Bloom and Blazes Boylan. Throughout, you get so many different pieces of music that it can be kind of hard to keep up. If in doubt, you can almost say it's probably a musical piece. It covers everything from French children's songs to the liturgical music to things like the Wild Rover to everything and anything. Ophelia's song from Hamlet is in there. Then you've got things like My Girl's a Yorkshire Girl, Yorkshire through and through, which is clearly music hall, and everything in between. His love of music is such that he probably felt that he could have been a musician for a living. He probably couldn't have been. Maybe. I don't know. On his return from Paris for his mother's funeral, he took part in a singing competition in which he finished third. Now, probably it being Joyce and the ego on him, he would have felt he could have finished first, or should have finished first, and probably felt he was cheated in it. He had a long connection with singing and playing of music when he was there. His father was a very gifted musician, and that passed on to him. There is one piece of music that Joyce composed, and to round out, I'll play this music and a list of some of the music that shows up in the book.
Adieu, adieu, bid adieu to girlish days. Happy love is come to and would thy girlish ways. The zone that doth become thee fair, the snood upon thy yellow hair, bid adieu, 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 adieu to girlish days. when thou hast heard his name upon the bugles of the cherubim. Begin thou softly to unzone thy maiden bosom unto him, and softly to undo that snood that is the sign of maidenhood. Bid adieu, 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 adieu to girlish day.